Mail, you expect them to go in and Vedanta to come out?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, everyone knew the Royal Mail was going to go into the FTSE 100 as soon as it listed, just purely on the basis that its market valuations was very strong and it belonged in the FTSE 100. So no real surprise. It's another big day for Royal Mail. The IPO, obviously, you've seen the share price rise since then, and now it's now a FTSE 100 company too.
And what's the entry going to do to its share price?
Well, normally what you find is when stocks come into the FTSE 100, it actually tends to trade quite bullishly because you've got tracker funds that automatically go and put some money into them and pick up some of the shares. So on that perspective, I mean, I would expect the shares to probably open quite strongly on that basis. And also on a sentiment perspective, again, it's more positivity around the share price, around the company as a whole.
All right. Bit of a slap in the face for RBS from Nathan Bostock. Who fills his shoes now at RBS, and how do they move forward from here?
That's the big question, you know. It really is a slap in the face because this guy was there. I mean, finance director, right? He's in the job, what, 10 weeks? He's resigned already. So not only is it a sentiment blow for them, but also from a structural blow as well, because he was going to be the guy that was going to clean up the mess, move the bad debts into the bad bank side of the business, and really spend the next 2 years or so focusing on that and trying to turn the bank around in terms of siphoning off and deleveraging. And it's not going to happen now. So who's the guy who's going to come in and do that? That's the uncertainty, and I think that's why shareholders certainly may be a bit concerned.
I mean, do we know anything about why he made this move? Was there any feeling of disgruntlement within the company? Is it a bit of a mess in there? What has he said?
Well, obviously, I mean, if you look at the people that have been leaving lately, it's not been a good sign. But the other thing is, and I'm just purely speculating, of course, but if you look at the job that he's taken at Santander, I mean, it really is one step away from becoming the CEO for the UK business, and a lot of the rumours in the market is essentially that's where he's probably going to be ending up in the next 12 to 18 months or so. So maybe it's a short-term move to take the long-term role at Santander as becoming the CEO of the UK side of the business. So it makes sense on that side of it, but it's still a big blow for RBS.
All right, want to finish up with a quick word on what we started with, this budget deal in the US. A good first step, beginning of a new era. But surely this marks the end of any chance of Washington enacting any major deficit reduction laws in the near future.
It does, and to be honest with you, I mean, it's good because they've come to an agreement. First step is really the only way you can call it because it is just the first step. Maybe call me a cynic. I still think we'll still have a lot of troubles over the next 2 years. Whenever Republicans and Democrats come together to come to an agreement about anything, there will always be struggles to get to a bipartisan agreement. It's a good first step. It doesn't cover everything. People are still going to be disgruntled on this basis. So I think it's okay, but I don't think we should be celebrating this to the hills at the moment.